Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. So, talking about blockchain, specifically talking about artificial intelligence and how to get not only a tech stack, but out understanding how to put yourself in a position to get yourself understanding how blockchain works, but also artificial intelligence. And it's going to be important because of the tech stack, right? And so when you think about technological stacks, and in this case, I'm talking about the fourth industrial revolution. And I've been in technology now for over 30 plus years. I started out in mainframe, and then from mainframe, I went into client server, and then from client server all the way up to become a computer network analyst, and then ultimately a computer network architect. And so what I did was, after I did that, and I worked with Silicon Valley for many, many years, I learned how to think as a systems engineer. Pretty much in Silicon Valley, you're going to be systems engineered anyway, right? And so appreciate you guys coming in. I'm talking about building in the fourth industrial revolution, which is blockchain and artificial intelligence, and actually getting a skill set that you can then build in this economy, right? Because we are in that space right now. So once you learn how to build in the economy, and then you get the tech stack, what me and a friend of mine we did is we started a company, and then from starting that particular company, now we built out a skill set. And so over the last, good to see you guys coming in. I'm talking about blockchain and artificial intelligence, specifically how to build out your tech stack and how to put yourself in a position in the fourth industrial revolution to understand that blockchain and AI education is the future, and that's not going anywhere. And so once you understand that that is the future and it's not going anywhere, the next thing you want to do is you want to build out your knowledge base on it and how to use the tech stack. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for liking the live. Appreciate you guys coming up and getting your daily heart mate. I am talking about blockchain education and building on the blockchain, number one. Also, use artificial intelligence in that tech stack and building applications. Now, it could be a web application, it could be a mobile application, and it could be a blockchain application. And then also understanding how Claude Code works, right? Because in this whole industrial revolution that we're in, there's a specific tech stack. And because I've been in technology for over 30 plus years and I worked in Silicon Valley for one of the biggest firms in Silicon Valley, fintech firms, which was PayPal, and I was there as a technology manager. Appreciate you guys liking the live. Thank you guys for sharing the live. I'm talking about getting skill sets in blockchain and artificial intelligence and actually putting yourself into position to not only increase the knowledge that you know and what you can build for yourself, but also for your family and your friends, and giving them, thank you guys for liking it live, and giving them a situation because there are layoffs in the tech field, but you're giving them knowledge and understanding on how you can build a skill set for yourself. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for liking the live and sharing the live. I'm talking about blockchain and artificial intelligence education as it relates to the fourth industrial revolution, more specifically getting the skill set so that you can build out your own companies. Number one, you can become a consultant. Number two, and the next thing you can do is you can get the skill set of understanding how, for example, Claude and Claude Cowork works. And then as you go to your job, right? Appreciate you guys coming in live and sharing the live. Thank you guys for getting your daily heart meet to go up and get there. I'm talking about blockchain and artificial intelligence education as it relates to the fourth industrial revolution, which we're currently in. So I got you over, got them on YouTube, YT over there, and you guys over here. Appreciate you guys. Now, when you think about where we are in the fourth industrial revolution, and what I mean by that, right now in the fourth industrial revolution, we have what? We have blockchain. We know blockchain is not going anywhere, right, guys? And we also know that artificial intelligence is not going anywhere. So, what you need to do, appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for liking the live and sharing the live. Going up and get your daily heart meet and getting that like up. Let's get it up to a little bit more. Now, so what you got to understand is as a builder, when you're building in with artificial intelligence, thank you, Ink and Joy, I appreciate it. Why this is important because, guys, you got to understand the companies that have been laying off Put a one in the chat if you know that the fintech companies are laying off. Meta, which is Facebook, laid off of 8,000 people, right? Then we know that Oracle laid off 30,000 people. So, and then we know that there's two things that people are doing in terms of laying off that has to do with artificial intelligence. One is the infrastructure layer. Put a one in the chat if you guys understand that. It's the infrastructure layer. And number two is going to be the workflow layer. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Put a one in the chat if you guys understand what I'm saying. So in artificial intelligence, the reason that they're laying off is the infrastructure layer because of data centers. And number two is you're taking what they're doing is they're taking workflows and they're condensing workflows in artificial intelligence platforms. You guys got it? And so what I did, because I've been in technology for 30 plus years, right? And I worked in Silicon Valley. So what I did is me and a friend of mine, we started our company, right? So we built out our company and we used LLM models to build out the front end. And there's a tech stack associated with that. Base 44 is going to be level one. Level two is going to be Lovable and Replit and Bolt.new. Level three is going to be Claude Code. And we are at level five because we use Claude Code and then Claude Cowork to run our company, right? We're an agentic AI. Governance layer being major workforce reentry point. I see that, yes, the governance layer. Right. So then once you understand the framework of how corporations are running now. Now, we are a small team. Like the way I run my corporation, guys, I have my corporation, and then underneath that corporation, we have a series of companies, and I take artificial intelligence and run that around the company, right? As an AI layer around the company. Put a one in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. What I'm doing is I'm giving you an architecture and a framework that they are running in Silicon Valley right now with Y Combinator. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you, the Brook. Appreciate you. Ricky, good to see you, right? Thank you, Rose, for sharing and reposting a lot. Now, why is this important? Let me tell you why this is important. You guys must understand between now, remember guys, we're in June, between now and the end of the year, because we are in the agentic AI era. Guys, got to understand what I'm saying. We are in the agentic AI era. That means that we use AI agents, right? We use AI agents now to do work. You guys got it? Put a one in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm doing two things. I'm letting you understand the architecture of how companies are running now. And then you're also going to understand architecture in case you or somebody in your family loses their job within now the next 6 months to 2 years. You guys got it? All right, Max. Okay, I'm gonna give you some ideas. You have zero ideas. Now, let me explain to you guys why this is important. Over the next 6 months to a year, remember, guys, they've been telling you this. It's not like they've not been telling this. I'm going to say it one more time. They've been telling you this. It's not like they've not been telling you this over the last 3 years, right? Since ChatGPT came out in 22, it is now what? It's 2026, right? And so when you look at where we are, right, in this whole situation in blockchain and AI, you understand that companies now, 76% of companies are doing what? 76% of companies know they need to install AI, right? But there's a disconnect there because the employees that are on staff don't necessarily know how to use AI. And what I mean by using AI, I'm not talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about workflow automation. You guys got it? Workflow automation. So if you're at your job, I'm going to tell you a good way so you can understand how to keep your job in the next 6 months to a year. Thank you guys for liking the lives. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you guys for getting your daily heart meet. I appreciate it if you guys go up here and let people know about this, because then you'll understand that we're in the fourth industrial revolution, and it's no reason to be afraid of AI, and it's no reason to be afraid of new technologies. Like I said, I've been in technology since mainframe, you guys. There's nothing new under the sun when it comes to technology. This is just the next iteration of the internet, which is the monetization of the internet. Guys, when back in 25, 26 years ago, when it was Y2K, they thought the world was going to end in the year 2000. I know because I was programming my switches and routers, Cisco, right? That's what I did as a computer network analyst. And then when cloud computing came, no one wanted to put their company in the cloud, and the people that didn't put their company in the cloud, they right, Cisco, right, Simo? I was Cisco, I got my Cisco stuff in here. I was a Cisco programmer, right? And I did routers, switches, firewalls, load balancers. That was my job as a computer, right? So what you want to do is, because this right here, guys, is where the majority of the wealth is going to flow in the next 3 to 5 years. Network engineer, exactly. You, especially network engineering, individuals that are network engineering on the block side, chain side, there's going to be a lot of opportunity because smart contract auditing, right? And we have nodes that are running in the cloud. Smart contract auditing is a part of security, right? Ricky says, I'm automating. Okay. Pen testing. Okay. Incident response for cloud. Okay. Blockchain is, yes, exactly. Ramon, you got it. Exactly, guys. Now, let me tell you why this is important. And I appreciate you guys sharing out the live, and I appreciate you guys liking the live. You guys must understand, okay? This is the framework of how companies are going to be run, but from now on. Thank you, Ro. And it's important that you and your family members know in case a couple of things happen in the next 6 to 2 years, the future, right? For sure, right, Simo? We are moving so fast between now and the next 6 months. Now's the time I believe everyone needs to focus on getting skill sets. All right. Now, when I talk about skill sets, and I'm going to show you guys here in a minute, I've built 17 platforms over the last few years because I started building when ChatGPT first came out in 2022. And when I was working at my fintech company, which was PayPal, we released the first stablecoin for a major company. This was about 4 years ago, stablecoins, right? I don't know if you guys understand it, but MasterCard came out, Visa came out, the stablecoin platform. All your major institutions now are getting into stablecoin, right? I just posted an article on LinkedIn. Appreciate you, Simo. Simo, on LinkedIn today, and that article was about Ethereum and what they're doing in terms of security. So that's, and then Mastercard just got a New York bit license 2 days ago, right? And we know that the Clarity Act is on the book, right? It's being pushed. So what I'm saying is, because we are in a situation, okay, you cannot, under any circumstances, take this for granted. You guys got it? Don't take that for granted. Now, put a one in the chat if you don't know any, Jay, good to see you. If you don't know anything what I'm talking about, put a one in the chat and I'll go over it. And I'll give you guys a framework. So what I do and what me and my partners do, what we do is we build websites. Jay, good to see you. I'm going to think of it like this. We build companies. Appreciate you for doing that. Thanks, Jay. When I say build companies, we build websites. That's companies, guys, right? With that website, we build that using LLM models. Then we take blockchain. In a lot of cases, you can build specific websites, and it's a web app. You can build a mobile app. In this case, one of my applications is a blockchain app that has blockchain integration in it. Why? Because the whole financial system is going there, whether you understand it, whether you know it, or whether you get it. It's just there, guys. I've been in tech for 32 plus years. I'm just telling you what's happening. You guys got it? Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jay, for liking the live. This is going to be important for you and your family in the future because you're going to have somebody that's in college in the next 3 to 4 years that gets out of college, and the skills that they have learned, they will not be able to get a job. Thank you, the coach. I appreciate it. I'm going to say it again because it's real. They will not be able to get a job in the next 2 to 3 years. So then what you want to educate the people that are graduating, your cousin or your uncle, your sister or your brother, whoever loses their job in the next 12 months, because they will, You want to educate them on getting a skill set with artificial intelligence, right? And also blockchain because the financial system is moving there. You guys got it? Put a one in the chat if you guys are tracking with me. If anybody needs any free information in terms of what are the skills and what are the careers and how do you elevate yourself, okay, I got you, RX, I got you, Ricky. What you want to do is you want to go to where my face is there, double tap, and then there's a free guide there. Okay, I got a free, here it is right here. There's a free guide. It's free information on the careers and how I got started. So I'm a certified blockchain. Thank you, Rose. Good to see you. I'm a certified blockchain architect, certified smart contract auditor, been in technology as a computer network architect, cloud computing, and worked in one of the biggest firms in Silicon Valley. And then also in that role, I was on the leadership team. So I was given a leadership role on the leadership team, and we created a company within a company. So I've had a lot of experience going back into the 1980s in terms of tech. So when I tell you this is where everything is going, the opportunity is to get that particular skill set. Now, even if you might have somebody in your family and say it could be two of you guys, right? One or two of you guys. Now, I'm gonna give you a framework to how the companies are being built with our Y Combinator. Put a one in the chat if you guys have ever heard of the one person, two person, $1 million or $1 billion business. Put a one in the chat if you ever heard that term. Thank you, Jax. Appreciate you. I'm going to give you a framework and then I'm going to give you some ideas on what you can think about. Put a one in the chat. Ricky, you've heard of that, right? Guys, put a one in the chat. EQ, you've heard of that? Okay. Julha, you've heard of that? One person or two person, right? You was part of one. Okay, Ramon. One person or two person million. Now, here's the thing. You could do a one person, say you did a one person, two person $1 million business or $2 million business, right? Let's just say that, right? How would that change your life? Like if you, this is how I often say it. So if you were in a situation over the next 3 years, right, Rose? Because we know that this is coming, guys. Don't make no mistake. I was here, I've been on this platform for 2 years. I was here telling people that that was coming. We are in the agentic AI era now. If you don't put a one in the chat, if you guys understand how AI agents work, and if you don't, put a two and I'll break it down. Right? I'm giving you guys a framework. Okay, I'm giving you guys a framework. Put a two. Okay, I got you. And you guys, okay, got you, Julie. Okay, guys, also, okay, the coach, I got you. And you guys, what you want to do also is come up and get your daily heart meet. I appreciate you. Yeah, I got new folks. Yeah, I got a lot of new folks here. Go ahead and get your daily heart meet. Share out the live and make sure you like the live, right? And then go up to where my face is and double tap there. And then what you want to do is you want to go up and get the free guide on the skill set if you haven't. Right? Thank you, Coach. Yeah. Good morning, Ali. And so now, what you have to understand is, and I'm going to give you the framework. So because we're in the agentic AI era now, and make sure you guys follow me, we use artificial intelligence agents to do work for us. We don't use AI agents as chatbots where we ask it questions. We're way past that. We use artificial intelligence chatbots in terms of Claude Cowork is what we use. We use that. We prompt it first, and then from prompting, we set up skills, which are workflows, and then from workflows, we build plugins. So that's entire workflows that we use in our company with Claude Cowork. So that's your AI tech stack, right? So computer science, here's an example. So I am on, you guys got to understand, like when you're building in the fourth industrial revolution, put a one in the chat if you understand that distribution, which you guys are watching me on. Distribution. 20 or 30 years ago, this would have been what? Cable TV. All right. So now, distribution is social media. You want to start out with one or two platforms. I'm on 9. Okay, now, first we get that under control. To do that, It's a process of things you need to do to get social media. Now, what am I doing? I'm giving you an example of how we build skills with our AI agents will now help me help you with your social media, right? So now I can program my Claude Code agent to now run my social media accounts. Do you understand the magnitude of that? I'm giving you a framework. Put a one in the chat if you understand. If you don't, go up to the top, double tap, and grab the free guide. Make sure you share it and make sure you follow me. Because what I'm doing is so important. And when you have someone who's been in technology for over 30 years and worked in Silicon Valley for over 7.5 years, and they're coming on here and they're telling you the future and how we're working right now, look at the seriousness of my face. Sometimes I don't think, and I know people don't get it when they see me because they don't understand that a person like myself, because God blessed me with a 32-year career in technology, 32 years. And what I'm sharing with you and telling you right now will help people with their family, understanding how that work and building out ideas and understanding that we're here now. You guys got it? Appreciate you. What you want to do is you want to tap, double tap to where my face is. You'll see something here, LINK, stand.store. Double tap that twice and grab the guide. It's free. All right? But you got to understand, okay, Trap, so if you can't click it, what you may want to do is follow me, and when I get off, because it does work, maybe it'll work for you. But if you Trap, what you got to understand, follow me and then try it again later. Okay, got it? I got you, Trap. But you want to make sure you follow me. You want to get that guide. I'm telling you. So now I have a big presence here. I have a very big presence on LINKIND, which is where you get opportunities, which is where you will get job opportunities. Okay, you got it? Okay, it's where you're going to get job opportunities, which I'm going to talk about, and where you're going to get consulting opportunities. Let me tell you why that's key. Right now, where we sit in 2026, what we're talking about, you must understand that opportunities have now left the Ivy League schools. Used to be that people got out of Ivy League schools and then they had opportunities in business because middle management is where everybody knew their friends and they could get jobs. That's gone away. Appreciate you, Bronx. That's gone away. Okay, yeah, grab the course if you want to get in there. That community, we've got over 200 and something people in there. You might want to go up in there, get in there now. Why? We have trainings in there on how to build out companies. We have trainings in there on how to build out your websites. We have trainings in there. We have people that come in there and teach. I mean, that community is insane. Tomorrow, actually on Friday, I'm doing a master class. But let me get back to the architecture, all right? So let me explain the architecture. I'm gonna give you an example of a business, all right, guys? Because now you'll understand when I give you a business, we're gonna understand how you can break it down. Now, another thing that you are gonna wanna do, I got you, yeah, I know, right, Bronx? Yeah. Now, I'm also an artist. You see that? That's one of my art pieces. That's one of my art pieces. Now, let me show you because you're in this dispensation, you're gonna need creativity, and everybody has creativity. All right, so I'm gonna give you an architecture for your creativity. Now, so what I did, because I'm a creative artist and I'm a technologist, I'm both, guys. Why? Because I'm using all of the gifts that God has given me. I'm gonna say it one more time. Maybe you'll understand. I'm using all of the gifts that God has given me. You're new. Okay, hang out, Campton. If you're new, why is that important? You and I, each and every one of us, your cousins, your uncles, your college students, they all have gifts that were uniquely given to them. But the issue is we do not use the gifts that are inside of us. So I took the gift of my artistic ability, and I because I know blockchain, I bought what's called an NFT years ago. And because I got the rights to that NFT, I created this. See that? So I took my knowledge and understanding. I bought an NFT where I got the rights, the property rights that now I can build and I can sell anything with those property rights. I created that. So now I'm going to give you a framework. So now imagine me building a website where I can take that, that item that I just showed you, and I can build it out like a Nike site. You guys with me? Put a one in the chat. We got to have participation. Otherwise, when you're on TikTok, you guys, you got to have some kind of participation. You got to like the live. You got to go up and get the heart meet, and you got to you got to get the likes up to 5,000, right? And you got to share the live, right? Because when you do that, then I know that people are participating, and then I can continue on, right? That's what you do, right? And then you'll get a little number. Thank you, Peter. But Peter has 17. See that number 17? So when you look at mine is 21. Why? Because when I go into rooms, I like the live. I go up to get my daily heart mate. I support the creator. That's how this application works, right? So I'm just telling you how this works. Why? Because what I'm telling you, no one is ever going to tell you this, what I'm sharing with you now. Thank you, Brooke. I appreciate it. No one's ever going to tell you. Why? Because they don't have the 32 plus years knowledge and understanding, and they don't have the Silicon Valley way of thinking and doing business, which is systems thinking. You guys got it? Appreciate it. So the framework I said, so now you build a website. Get the architecture. I'm giving somebody an architecture. Thank you, Chris Brown. Appreciate it. Thank you for the daily heart meet. I'm giving you an architecture. So I build the website with my tennis shoe or whatever I'm selling. So once I build that website, I need what? Once I build the website, I need something called distribution. I need social media like we're here. That's distribution, right? Remember, I got the website, distribution. So say I'm here and I'm on YT and I'm on LINK. Let's just say I'm on those three. I'm on 9. All right. But just say for the sake of argument, you have 3. I'm giving you a framework. If you guys, who's with me? Are you understanding the framework that I'm giving you? I'm giving you the architecture of a 1-person, 2-person billion or a million. And I'm giving you the architecture for that. Do you guys understand? Put a 1 in the chat if you're understanding what I'm talking about. Okay, Bronx, you're following? Okay. I gotta say that. I just need the people to understand what I'm talking about. Because somebody in your family is gonna need this. I'm just telling you they are. Thanks, Ricky. I appreciate it. Right. So now, once you and your cousin or you and your brother-in-law built the website of a use case, and I'm gonna give you one right now. Thank you, T. Thank you, Franklin. Let's see. I'm gonna give you an idea right now. Let's say a mobile app, a decentralized mobile app for rental cars, right? All college age. Okay, Bronx. Let's say a rental car company that's on the blockchain, and you have a website, and the rental car company tracks buying and selling of the on the blockchain. Let's say that's a company, and you build a website. Now you use social media because all companies need social media to what? To get customers, guys. You guys got it? So then you built a site using the LLM tools. Now you have 3 of those areas where you're promoting your business. Then you use something like Claude Code or Claude Cowork to help you with the social media aspect. You guys got it? So then once you do that, now, like what I'm doing with one of my companies, I'm using artificial intelligence to run my Facebook and Instagram ads. Who understand what I just said? I'm going to say it one more time. I'm using AI agents to run my Facebook and Instagram ads because that is the biggest ad network on the planet. You got it, Ricky? You got it, T? Okay. So I'm giving you an architecture. So you start out with organic here on distribution after you built your site. Okay, T, you got it, right? So once you build your site, you start out with one or two platforms, right? Then you do organic. That means you post 1 to 3 times a day. Who's ever heard of seen that? You post 1 to 3 times a day, right? So then, like on this account, and guys, let me tell you, this is my only account. Okay, on OMG, this is my only account. Somebody trying to DM you, they ain't me. Now, let check this out, right? Right? Just coming in. Okay, excellent. So now I'm doing the architecture of the 1 2 person business. That's right now. I'm giving you the entire architecture in case you or a family member either needs it or they're going to lose their job in 6 months, 8 months, whatever, right? Why is that? Why am I doing it? Because the Lord has blessed me with a 32-year plus career in technology, one of the best careers I've ever seen. Right, Rose. I've been in technology for over 30 something years. And then the Lord blessed me with blockchain and AI education. And now I run businesses, plural. Got it? And so why did he do that, T? He did that because, like he did Joseph and these other individuals, he did that so I can go before you, have him create it. I didn't do it by myself. It was him. Appreciate you, Cassandra. And then now he gave me the knowledge to now share with you because the famine is jobs. So people that are understanding what I'm talking about will understand what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, Sandra, for that. Thank you guys for the heart me. Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you guys. We're almost at 6.3. Let's get it up. Appreciate you, Flo. Thank you guys. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about careers in artificial intelligence and blockchain, how to build a business, which we're doing, how to become a consultant, which you can, or how to level up yourself for a job. And so, right, what I'm doing now is giving you the architecture if you were going to build a business. So, after you get your website up that you can create with Lovable, Replit, any of these, and you have your 3 social medias, now you use something like in my case, I use Claude Code to run my social media on all these networks, and I use AI agents to run my Facebook and Instagram ads. Who gets what I'm saying? So now that is an architecture because what am I doing? I'm running organic because I'm posting. So I'm running organic, right, Peter? Right, Bunks? Organic, guys. Like 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I posted on this platform, and that one video got 1.4 million views, like 2 years ago. That's organic. Okay, Dims, if you want to learn how to do what I did, what you want to do is you want to tap here where my face is, grab this. It has everything in it. It has the career, the tools, and also the salaries, right? So then, and it's also, guys, if you want to jump in the community, it's also up there too. And once you do jump in that community, after I get off live, I'll send you an email and then I'll let you in. All right. Got over 200 people in there. I have students who have launched mobile apps. I have students who have launched businesses. I have students who have built portfolios. I have students who have gotten funding, right? We're not playing, right? Okay, what's the difference between organic and not organic? Okay, Ashton, excellent question. Now, when you're on a platform, and I'm on YT over here, and over here I'm on TT, right? When I post on 9 different networks. Let's call this networks. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Yeah. So then that's called organic. And then once I get one of those posts and that post does 1 million views, like that post did 2 years ago, it did 1 million views. That now, every time that video is what you call viral, that's organic. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Dibs. Thank you for the rose. That's organic. Now, once you have an organic post that does that kind of traffic, you can then take that post and you can amplify it in terms of ads. And what I mean by that is Facebook and Instagram are the king, right? But then you have the other platforms, right? But you start there because they have the biggest and most incredible network that's ever been created. You guys got it? And so what I'm saying is, put a one in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. What I'm giving you guys is a framework. And the framework, and the reason I'm giving you this framework is because this is the framework for the 1 and 2 person business. Okay, that's what I'm doing, guys. And I'm giving you the framework for a 1 and 2 person business. Do you need much followers for the amplification? No. Thank you, T. Yeah, you don't. Because everybody starts out at 0. And then once you start out at 0, remember, you can, yeah, you can Ashton if you want. Now, once you establish your website or whatever it is you're trying to build, right? Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate it. And you get that use case and website up. Okay. Every company, guys, is going to need that. Now, I'm going to break down. Thank you to Bronx Girl. Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate you guys. We're almost at 10K. Understand that the architecture that I'm sharing with you is the architecture how Silicon Valley runs. And I'll break it down. So basically, when we join, well, no, you get way more than that. I have teachers that come in as well as myself. I do master classes. We have modules in there. We have students that are building. It's a school community. It's incredible in there. It's incredible. Like I've been building it for over 2 years. Yeah, that's the place you want to be. Y Combinator. Put a one in the chat if you guys know who Y Combinator is. Bronze Girl says, "Do I have to be tech savvy?" So, Bronze Girl, I will tell you 2 things. Number one, we do learn blockchain fundamentals first and then advanced. And then I get into teaching you how to build your company sites with artificial intelligence, right? So, what I tell people is that you might want to go to YT. You want to take a free course over there in JavaScript. That'll help you on the blockchain side. But I have people building mobile apps. They don't know, they're not really technical, right? They're building mobile apps, they're building applications, and they're launching apps. All right, Bronze Girl? So I would say at this point where we are in the fourth industrial revolution and where we are with agentic, I'm giving you the framework for a 1 person, 2 person worldwide business, right? So you're going to want to do investigation in the industries, guys. You got to understand the blockchain is a multi-billion trillion dollar industry. Artificial intelligence is a multi-billion trillion dollar industry. Those 2 industries are the gold rush. Between now and 2030, the majority of on-chain assets are going from regular institutions to the blockchain. I'm talking about tokenization of stocks, tokenization of bonds, tokenization of real estate. When you have a blockchain education and you understand AI agents are going to be using blockchain to do payments, AI agents, then you understand that there's an attack surface there with smart contracts. That's if you know that and you understand smart contract auditing, which we also teach in there, that is a skill set that makes 6 figures. You guys got it? And that skill set will continue to make 6 figures for the next 10 years. You must understand what I just said. For the next 10 years, the skill set of blockchain and smart contract auditing, along with AI agents, will be a skill set that you can have in the next 10 years. Why? Because it's like insurance. Appreciate you, Dim. Right? Right, Dims? Yeah, I'll be your mentor for real. Got over 200. Again, guys, go up in my BIO. If you want to jump in, jump in. I'm allowing access for people to jump in while I'm on live. Right? I do a master class every other Friday, and then I have one of the team members come, a senior blockchain engineer teaches, right? And we have video modules that you can watch to teach you. We got everything in there. Plus, I'm showing people how to do Claude and Claude co-work and the architecture of my company. So there's multiple things. Once you get in there, when you learn the information, you learn a serious skill. Oh, Patrick, okay, you don't understand what blockchain is? Let me explain it like this. Guys, just think of blockchain like this. You know when you go to work and you're typing on your computer and you get in an application, that application's data goes to a database, which is a server, like a Windows server behind a firewall, behind switches and routers, and behind what? Load balancers. In either in the cloud or on premises, there is the technology, the server racks, or it's in the cloud. That's architecture. The database that is now behind that company is now on the internet. That is what you call blockchain database. The nodes that are running on the blockchain, some of them are in the cloud. They are running in the cloud, AWS, Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google GCP. That's cloud. The nodes are virtual computers just running in the cloud, guys. That's what it is. So now, in the case of Ethereum, there's 1 million nodes all around the world of computers that are doing what? Taking the database and propagating it to each computer node around the world. Database, that's all it is. Now, what that means, so check this out. What that means is that what we do is we build applications on top of the blockchain. Now, I'm going to give you this analogy. Back in the third industrial revolution, when Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and all the individuals were Apple, they were all building their companies 30 years ago. They needed venture capital, right? Remember, Mark Zuckerberg was building his company in a dorm room. Jeff Bezos was building his company in a basement, right? My man from Apple was building his at his family's home. Understand that. They needed venture capital to hire developers to build out the architecture. We are in 2026 and we are in the agentic AI era. That's why they're telling you a 1 and 2 person business is the way to go. I'm telling you. This is how Y Combinator, which is in Silicon Valley, that gets funding for VCs to create companies like I'm telling you guys. Why? Because I'm from Silicon Valley. I'm trying to tell somebody something. So now, if you don't understand that, and I understand you've never seen a person like me that's been in technology for 32 years and also worked in Silicon Valley at one of the biggest corporations, fintech corporations in the world. You've never seen that. I understand that. You've never seen it. They've never showed it to you. I'm him. It wasn't because of anything I did. It was because I walked with the Lord for over 30 plus years, and the Lord brought me up through the whole system to where I had one of the greatest careers, in my opinion, that a person of color could have in Silicon Valley. So then he gave me the knowledge and understanding because I asked him for wisdom and not money about blockchain and AI, and he gave it to me. Then, because of that, I created 16 or 17 of these things, both web and blockchain. And so now I have the architecture that they're running over in Silicon Valley. And I'm trying here to tell you that that's the architecture that you need to understand. And I'm also sharing with you that you may want to get into our community or at least get a guide on how this is done. You haven't seen it. Right? You haven't seen what I'm telling you. I'm also telling you that this is the fourth industrial revolution, and to build a company now, you don't need 30, 40, 50 people, 100 people like they did 30 years ago. All you need is two. I'm trying to give somebody the architecture. Those who have an ear will hear. Those who won't. The reason I'm trying to share that with you is because I'm blessed to be a blessing. I'm going to say it again. I'm blessed, thank you, Patrick, to be a blessing. The reason that the Lord wants me to do it, wants you to understand it, I'm speaking to a specific person. I don't know who it is. 6 to 12 months. Then you're gonna go, guess what? Maybe we should do a 1, 2 person business, create a company, get on social media, employ AI agents, and then maybe we could create a company that our family will be able to eat. Do you understand? This ain't a game. I got you, right? There's a reason. There's a reason, if you're listening to me, there's a reason why you're in this slide. It may not be for you. You may have somebody that's graduating from college this year and there's no job for them. Ramon, right? You guys get what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. You will you will have somebody who's, because I know people who are graduating with absolutely no prospects for a job. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to tell them? Monique, good to see you. What I'm gonna say it one more time. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell them? Because they're looking to you. What are you gonna tell them? Mark Cuban, all the individuals over the last 2 years have been telling you what's coming. It's here. The 1 and 2 person business can take care of a family. You guys got it? And have access to your course is 2000. No. Okay. Dims. There's 2 things up here. There's 2 things. Okay, you guys got to understand it. There's 2 things up here. And then you guys also got to understand that when the Holy Spirit's in the room, we have things that try to disrupt the room. All right. Right. So I'll just kind of clear that off. I'm going to say it one more time. This happens every time. The Holy Spirit, guys, works like this. Because I'm a child of the Most High God, when we get to this part, you usually have people that come in and try to disrupt what the Holy Spirit is doing. Do not, I'm telling you, do not get distracted. All right. We're in the middle where it's June the 3rd, 2026. We are currently in the agentic AI era. You do not have time in the next 6 months to be distracted by anything. The Lord has already blessed us to the point where we already, right here, agent, we already have the architecture in place. Right, Lisa, you got to be focused. And now's the time. Yes. Thank you, Bronx. Now, when that happens, you will see these things happen when you start to move to the next level and you start to be in your purpose. Things like that will happen. But because I'm a child of the Most High God, I understand what that is. Because right now, this is the difference between people eating and not eating when I'm explaining. Right, Bronx? This is the difference between people eating and not eating. You are the Joseph for your family. I'm going to say it again. You are the Joseph for your family. AI's come in to process and do manual labor and identify visual problems. That's probably true, Ramon. Yes. You guys got it? I got you, T, right? Those who have an ear will hear. All right? Now, let me continue. So, the architecture that I was telling you, that we have our business, with our business that we create with the LLM models, our website. We decide to put blockchain in it or not. We can build a mobile app or a web app. We use social media to get the word out. We use agents like Claude Code to help us with our social media. That's one aspect. And then in my case, I'm using AI agents to run my Facebook and Instagram ads. You guys got it? Do you understand what I just gave you? No, serious. Do you understand what I just gave you? The architecture, guys. I gave you the architecture, not like some architecture. I just gave you the architecture. You're right. 100% from somebody who's worked in Silicon Valley. Let me tell you how we think. Okay, let me break this down. I'm going to digress. Right, Bronx? Right, ex-ability? Let me tell you how we think. Individuals who worked in Silicon Valley. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. We know in advance what's going to happen. This is what I'm saying. Back in October of 2025, right? Appreciate you, Rose. In October of 2025, we were planning what was going to happen in January of 2026. We were at an offsite planning what was going to happen in January of 2026. In January of 2026, I came on here and I was telling you what's going to happen in the first quarter, the second quarter, and we're going into the third quarter. And what I told people in January of 2026, I said you better focus for the first 2 quarters because we're going into the agentic AI era. And then what happened in February? The models got better. Now we're in June the 3rd of 2026, and I'm telling you, the agentic AI era is here, and we're running AI agents that do work. So let me tell you, so those of you that don't really know what that means, let me tell you what that means. That means it no longer takes 500 people to do a company. Let me say that again. It just went clear over somebody's head. The company that Jeff Bezos ran 30 years ago, the company that PayPal ran, the company that Facebook ran 30, 35 years ago, and they were paying their employees two, three, four, $500,000, which is why they're laying off now those same individuals that made two, three, four, $500,000 because they know they have to get that down because of AI and the productivity they can increase. Those people, so now a 1 and 2 person business can run a 500 person. Do you guys get it? A 1 and 2 person business can now run a business as if they have 500 people, y'all. 500 people. So now you tell yourself, you have an idea, like I just gave you the architecture of how that whole thing works. And now you have 500 people working for you. Right, Bronx? You have five. This I gotta say it like this because maybe you get it. Because sometimes when I'm on here, when I'm saying 1 or 2 people, I don't think you get when I'm saying 1 or 2 people. I don't think you get what that equates to. So maybe you'll understand 500 people. So now you have 500 people that are working for you 24/7. 500. What do you think? What kind of company you can create with that? Right? X the builder. This ain't future, y'all. T, you got it? This ain't future. We're running that thing now. Okay, let me just so you'll understand. I'm gonna show you something real quick, just so you understand, because some of you don't understand. I'm about to show you. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you because some of y'all may not get it, but I'm gonna show you. All right, I'm gonna show you. Just so you may, I just want you to understand what the heck is going on. Okay, I want you to understand. Hold on. I'm on the tripod, so I'm gonna flip this thing up. So I'm gonna just flip it up, right? I'm gonna flip it up. I'm gonna flip it around like that. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I just need y'all to understand that. Do you understand that have blockchain running in that one? Do you understand that I built all of these? Do you understand what I'm trying to share with you? Put a one in the chat if you're understanding. So now, okay, you see that? That's a blockchain company. Remember the architecture I was telling you. You build a company, you put the architecture, what I just told you, around your company. That's one company. See that? That's another one. Got it? You see that? That's another application or part of my stack, tech stack. See that? That's another one. Now, I'm running that with your Facebook and Instagram ads with my AI agents. You see that? MasterCard secures New York bit license to support stablecoin and digital payments. You understand? Who's understanding that? Now, look, let me take it out. You see that? That's a decentralized insurance platform. You understand? All right, you see that, right? All right, I'm gonna show you one other thing. Okay, you see that? That's a pharma chain application, a pharmaceutical applications, a pharmaceutical blockchain application that tracks pharmaceuticals on the blockchain. That, you guys, is what I teach here. This is our platform. You got it? Put a one in the chat if you guys are tracking. Now, you start here, you do blockchain development, and then you start out in the foundations, right? In our school classroom. You go into Solidity Advanced, and then if you really boss, I'm gonna give you access to that. If you really boss, if you really want to level up. But then when you go down here, you go into smart contract auditing, like I was telling you. I was a certified smart contract auditing, which is a six-figure skill set, by the way. So you might want to learn that. So then when you go down here to the portfolio builder, oh, did I tell you that here's the pharmaceutical app and the insurance app? And I also built this, which is what? If I go into this, I can view exercises. Hold on, let me just get in there real quick so you guys understand what that is. You might need to understand, okay, I'm just going to show you what this is. Put a one in the chat if you guys are still tracking. What I'm showing you, no one has ever showed you before because nobody's ever built that, right? So that is what we call the portfolio builder, where I give you 31 applications that you can build and put into your portfolio. You guys got it? And one of those applications is the Farmer app, and one of those applications, here's the decentralized blockchain app. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but when you click on this, you join the insurance pool, right? This is on the blockchain. Did you still there? Okay, good. Now, I need y'all to understand that this community that we have here, let me go back here when I go to the classroom. Now, I also have this live Zoom classes, right? That one of our team members, we do live blockchain Zoom classes here. And then I do my live master classes where I give industry information and I go deep and give my students the real deal in terms of what's coming, what's been here, and everything else like that. All right. So then I have a community here. And then when I go into AI education, I show you guys how to build an application, how to develop your idea and creating a website here. And then I give you what? I give you 100 ideas for business ideas and projects, 50 blockchain ideas and 50 mobile ideas right here, right? So the value that is in this community is insane. All right. So then what you may want to do while I'm on here, you may, right? You may want to go here and go to where my face is. You might want to hit that. So I'm going to hit that. Hold on. You might want to do that. Once that's coming up, this is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get the free guide. If you want to get access to the community, oh, I have to put it in there. I'm going to put that up so you guys can get access to the community. Hold on. I'm going to put that up. But put a 1 in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you're understanding how much value is in our community. Now, when I go into our community, all right, here's our community. We got over 240 students there. Okay, here they are, right? I'm telling about the major updates. I'm telling about tokenization of real world assets. When I click on here, the tokenization of real world assets, then you see my students there. And then you see I break down the growth of where we're going between now and 2030, where you can see there. 16.1 what? That's in T. That's a T. All right, that's between now and 2030. We are in 2026, guys. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, and then you go down in here, and then right. So right here, I did a LinkedIn article 10 hours ago. I think just tackled something huge regarding security, right? So I make sure everybody's updated all the time. I'm doing my master class in about 40 hours, which is on Friday. You guys see it? That's when I do my master class. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you back on the tripod. I'm gonna flip you around while I let some people in. Hold on. We doing this live, y'all. Okay, cool. All right. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you guys understand it, that what I'm sharing. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys get a glimpse of what I'm sharing. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys were in here and you understood what I was sharing. Hold on, I got to do this puzzle, guys. Now, thank you, appreciate you. Now, the reason, guys, you got to understand, I did not build that. Let me explain. I built that, but the Lord built that through me. If you guys saw when I first did that, I built over 17 applications, websites, and companies. Over 17. You got to understand that the Lord did that. I'm giving all glory and credit to Him. Now, I'm going to open up. If somebody needs to jump in there, you might want to jump in there. I'm going to open it up that now. And it's only 97. If you look at it, hold on, I'm going to open up right now. I'm going to get in there. And it's, guys, you don't understand. While I'm on live, it's only $97 per month. And with that $97, you guys got to understand something. This education is nowhere. You can't find this education in college. You can't. Why? We're moving too fast. The education that is in there can give you a solid education on building applications, web apps, ideas, launching, become a consultant, get into blockchain. I am telling you, for $97, and it's $97 a month while I'm on here. Normally it's $200. I would go up to the top right now and I would tap, and because I just put it in there, and it's 97, guys. I would, Sleepy Jackson, good to see you. Appreciate you. Now listen, this is what I would do if I were you. I'm telling you, I would do that. It's only that when I'm online. You tap here twice, you'll see that. Go to this one. This one here. I just put it up there. It's only $97 a month. Normally, my whole program is $1,997. To get access to the community, you have live teaching, you have my master classes, you have all the modules, and you have my teaching. And I'm going to go into the architecture more deeply in AI agents, and how I run my company, right? Right? So what I'm saying, I know, right, Money Talk? I appreciate you, Money Talk. So what I'm saying is I have it down at that point now so low because in the community itself, the information that you're getting on a weekly basis live is insane. And now I'm talking about the architecture of how we're running AI agents within my company. So you're getting information on blockchain, building with artificial intelligence, a community of builders, live training, and AI agents architecture. And guys, I'm running Facebook ads now with AI, which I'm going to go into my masterclass on Friday. So I'm giving people the architecture of what I'm actually doing for $97 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, and then if people want to get into the tools and they want to get, and then if they want to get their certificates, then that's a whole nother conversation. But in the school situation right now, with all of that's in there, insane, right? So, like I was saying before, if you were here, I showed you something that no one is telling you about. Why? I've been building since 2022. I've been building since 2020. It's 2026. How do you think I built all those apps? I've been building for years. I've been building with AI agents. In October 25, I was using AI agents. Do you understand? If you understand the architecture and framework of what I just told you, and then I give you 150 business, y'all don't understand. I get it, but this is why I say those who have an ear will hear. It is amazing. America's, it's amazing. Why? Because I'm in there telling students when they have their ideas, I'm telling them my architecture, guys. You don't understand. I'm only telling you a little, I'm not telling you the architecture. I tell them that. I tell them last master class we had in there, and I record them and I put them in the modules. I told them where to sell their apps. I told them where to sell their companies. So I'm giving individuals ideas, my marketing framework, my ad framework, and my AI agent framework. That's insane, guys. There's no one on the internet that has all that. But the reason is not me, it's God. He gave me all that. He downloaded all that to me. Why? Because I asked for wisdom, right? You guys get it? I'm trying to be blessed. I am blessed, but I'm trying to be blessed to be a blessing. I'm trying to be a blessing. You guys got it? Put it on the chat if you guys are tracking. I showed you a lot. If you guys understood what I just showed you, all those applications, and also inside the school, right, Lisa? Guys, that's nowhere. That's nowhere on earth. And then when I show you the platforms, and I didn't listen, I showed you the platforms of the Solidity coding platform and also the quiz platform, and you can get those two certs. Now, I would first, because if you go in the community, if you just get in there, you're going to get a lot because we got the live trainings, right? You don't need to go to the next level until you want to go to the next level. That's what I'm saying, guys. Right? You've been praying for something new. Okay, you're in the right place. Okay. What I tell people, if you don't know what I'm talking about blockchain education and AI education. I'm talking about getting skills to build your own company, which I have, or you can become a consultant, right? Or you can get the skill sets for the next 6 to 12 months when they come to you and ask you, do you know how to build out skills, or do you know how to build out skill sets, and you understand how to do workflows, and they come to you and you say, yes, I do, sir. I know how to do workflows. Oh, you do? Yeah, I can take what I do at work now, I can 10x my productivity because I can take what I do at work and I can build a skill for that, right? Using Claude Cowork or whatever tool we have, and I can turn around and understand plugins. And then once I use plugins with skills, and I know how to prompt too, sir. And by the way, I know how to build applications. I can build applications, internal applications for our team, sir, because I understand that you as a manager, you want somebody on your team that can make you look good. So I built this for you, sir. And then I'll turn around and I'll show them my laptop, and then I'll give them a diagram and a dashboard of everything our department is doing for the last month. And I can show him where we need to hit our numbers and where he needs to get his numbers, because you guys, if you don't understand, once your managers hit their numbers and they get their bonuses. So then I show him that I can 10x my productivity. And when he talks to John and John doesn't know anything, I can show, I said, I know how to do John's job too, sir. Right? Who do you think they're going to promote? Who do you think is getting the jobs in the next 6 to 12 months? The individuals that know that. 100%. Not 2%, not 3%, not 5%, not 15%, 100%. Those are individuals that are getting hired now. Those are the individuals that are getting promoted now. And guess where they're going to get promoted at? Over on LinkedIn. Why? Because that's where the opportunity is. Opportunity is not here. You take these skills, get these skills, you go over there, right? And then you start to post once, twice a week. I post pretty much every day. My newsletter over there is over 1,400 people. I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. I post every day. Every day. Why? Because I've got connections over there. I got connections over here. I got connections over there. I got connections everywhere. Why? Because we're in the fourth industrial revolution. You don't think you need connections? That in the network in the school that I just showed, you don't think that's networking? Put a one in the chat if you guys are. You don't think that that's networking? You don't think at one point we're pulling people up? My co-founder for one of my companies came out of there. I'm going to say it again. Maybe y'all didn't hear me. My co-founder for one of my companies came out of my school. So if we're in the fourth industrial revolution, and now the Ivy League schools and all these other places where they networked, like Y Combinator, by the way, you got people on that panel in Y Combinator. We ain't there, bruh. We not on that panel. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Y Combinator on YT is where venture capitalists give companies that are building in the AI era money. Venture capitalists. When they have a roundtable, when they have people on their panel, everyone is on that panel except people that look like this. Do you understand? Male or female. Why is that? Why is everyone represented? I'm going to say it again. Why is everyone represented except this? I need you to put a one in the chat if you're understanding what I'm, right, Ricky? You need to, I'm from Silicon Valley, guys. We're not in the conversation. Lisa, right? He wrote right over CP Jackson. So guess what? We created Y Combinator in that group. Somebody needs to understand what I just said. We created Y Combinator in that group that I just showed you. There's people going to be coming out of there. That's going to be the next Mark Zuckerberg. It's going to be the next Jeff Bezos. I'm telling you. I know, I understand. It usually doesn't come in this package. Why do you think he put me in Silicon Valley? When I say he, I mean the Lord. Why do you think he gave me a 32 plus year situation and he put me in Silicon Valley for 7 years? Why do you think he did that? Why do you think he took Joseph where he took Joseph? Right? Why do you think he took Moses the way he took Moses? Why do you think? Why? Because we're not represented over there. Is somebody getting it? Is somebody critically thinking? Is somebody understanding what I'm saying is real. Look down in your spirit. You got spirit man. He's telling you the truth, right, Lisa? The spirit man is going to tell you the truth. I just showed you 17 applications that I built, me and the Lord. I just showed you a framework of the 1 and 2 person business. June 2026, we're in the agentic AI era. I just told you that I'm sharing on Friday the framework of my AI agents running ads for one of my companies for $97. I hope the spirit is talking to somebody because I'm about to get out of here. All right. But I hope you guys are getting what I'm. Take some time to think about it. You guys got it? Now, let me tell you this. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you might want to just tap on there, grab the free guide on blockchain and AI, the career guide. I'll find you. Okay, I got you. Grab that guide. That's number one. While I'm on here, the community is open for $97 a month, where we have live training, okay? Live training every week. The normal price for that whole community with the tools is $1,997. Normally $6,000. Okay? Why? Because when you have a skill set that can create a business for you and your family, and or create a skill set that you can make 6 figures from, normally when you go to college, that's $20,000 to $30,000 a year. That information is not in college. Why? We're moving too fast. You can't get it in there. You guys got it? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So, before I get off, do me a favor, go up there and grab that guide if you want, or get in there. If you are in there, thank you, Lisa. If you did get in there, I will send you an email after I get off of the live to get you in the school. Once I send you the email, then you want to go up to the top in classroom and you want to start there first, because those are videos. Start learning the videos. On Friday, I'm going to do a Zoom masterclass. And believe you me, if you think this is, no, that's a masterclass when I'm in there. Okay. So that's going to be on Friday. And then the next week, that's when we're going to have our live blockchain training. You guys got it? And remember, I'm teaching you also how to build with LLM models like Lovable, Replit, right? And then I'm also showing you, well, I got 100 business ideas in there. Those of you who don't have business ideas, which is why I put that module in there. And in that particular module, I teach you guys how to build a web application, right? And then in my master classes, I've talked about my marketing framework, how to be found on LinkedIn, showing people where the opportunities are, and then also sharing with individuals, right, where to sell their companies and their ideas. So all of that's in there. Now, because the Lord blessed me, that's why I'm blessing people with all of that. Normally that's a $10,000 to $20,000 situation, but I'm blessed to be a blessing. He blessed me so I could bless you, so you could bless somebody else. Because the way it works is we get blessed, we turn around, we bless somebody else. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. Right? I know it's straight talk, right, Lisa? When I'm here, I'm I know it's a lot of things happening, but we're focused. But I guess gotta talk straight like that, because what I share with you is happening right now. You don't have, guys, listen, you don't understand. You don't have time not to learn it. Like this, well, this is going to affect everyone. That's going to Everyone. No one is not going to be affected. No one. I don't care what job you have. You're going to be affected by that. Right? So appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for liking the live. I will be back on here tomorrow. I'm thinking about coming on here tomorrow around lunchtime. Right? I hope you guys got that guide. Do some research on blockchain development and smart contract auditing, understanding where that is and where that's going in the future. Appreciate you guys. And then also do research on any business ideas, right? That you may have. Because I believe that you either where you're working or ideas that you always had when you were a kid, those are ideas. It could be somebody in your family that those ideas need to get out to the world, right? That's what the Lord gave you to do. I'm gonna say it again. That's what the Lord. That's why you. That's what the Lord. Why the Lord gave you to do that. Gave you to do that. But if you had right, take logistic enterprise. How can I develop agentic AI? Thank you. You run a logistics enterprise. How can you develop agentic AI? It depends on the architecture of your company, right? It depends on. Okay, let me just tell you just an overview of what I would do if I was you. What I first would do is everything you do in your logistics company. I'm going to say you write down what you're doing today and you write down your processes, what you do. You take that processes of what you do and then you find out how can I write a skill as an agentic workflow that I can get the AI agent to do it. Once you that AI agent can take a 30-minute job and reduce that down to 2 minutes, now you have something. That's the process that you automate. Then I would see how many processes across my organization I can do that with. Then I would use the tools to build internal dashboards, internal applications of how I can help my company improve to maybe see how we can increase revenue, how we can reduce hours, and then how I can do more of an orchestrator of AI agents in my logistics. Then I take a look at my social media presence because every business needs social media, whether people realize it or not. They just do. And then I'll try to understand where we are. And then I'll get analytics with that. And then I'll try to understand, are we running Facebook and Instagram ads or LinkedIn? If we don't, why not? We got to get out to the world. So then I'll do an analysis on our ad strategy or what are we doing? If you're not doing this in 2026, you won't be here in 2028. I'm trying to tell you. Everything that I just said, if everybody's not doing that for their company, they won't be here in 2028. You won't be here. And then what I would do, I would take that from my logistics company and I'll take that architecture and I take what I just did and I'll productize that and I'll give it to another, I'll sell it to another logistics company. Why? I just did my own prototype. I just told you I was from Silicon Valley. What do you think Microsoft does? What do you think Google does? What do you think Apple does? You build out something like they did cloud computing, and then they turn around, they take that solution and they sell it to everybody else. So if they're doing that, don't you think you need to do that? And now you created an architecture for your logistics company. You could turn around and be a consultant for all other logistics companies. Don't you think you do that? Right, Dr. Foster? Of course you do, folks. You do understand what I'm describing as multi-incomes, right? You do know what I'm telling you, not only give you the framework, but once you build the architecture, you can take it and you can sell it. And then once you sell it, you get recurring income off of that. Okay. Critically think. All right. You guys be blessed. But I want you to critically think. Critically think. Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Silicon Valley firms. What I just gave you is the systems architecture on how those firms work. And then I gave you the architecture of how the new firms are being built. It's not a coincidence. It's not an accident. It was a gift from God. All right. So I give all glory to him. Thank you guys for coming to my live. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow me if you're not following me. I'll be back on here tomorrow. All right. Be blessed. I'm out. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate you. I'm out, guys. Remember, this is my only account. If anybody's trying to DM you, it's not me. All right. I'm out. Be blessed. All right, guys, I'm out. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Peace and blessings to you.